What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel coming with you. Another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks MLB. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great betting content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I'm in my childhood bedroom. I'm feeling the groove, feeling the flow, ready to go. 15-game MLB slate on tap here for Tuesday. Monday, starting off a little rough. It did go 5-5 here for St. Louis. Maybe I can get an Arenado or a Goldschmidt Jack. That would be awesome in extras. Not going to be holding my breath. And then I just saw Freddie Freeman 2 seconds ago. He had a 3-run home run. Welcome back to Atlanta, where the players play and they ride on them things like every day. I'm done rapping, that's for sure. But one thing you shouldn't be done with is checking out every sportsbook offer you possibly can, such as this one at BetMGM. I'll talk about it a little bit later, but want to throw it out there for you. Not only will you get 2 months of my betting card, which today is a little bit interesting, that's for sure. Hopefully NBA can come back for us, but MLB, interesting start, that's for sure. But overall, been a really nice last week or so, about 5 days for sure. Home run department's been good in Fuego all season long. Kind of been carrying the weight here for a little while. And then NBA, absolute smash. But it's not just myself. We have Eitan Shander, who hit 3 of 6 parlays last week for more than plus 300 on every single one of them. We have Ben Raza, college sports extraordinaire and smashing NHL, yay Florida Panthers. Lots of great content for you guys here at the premium Discord. So sign up for BetMGM, get yourself access to that for 2 months for free, as well as your first bet refunded up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Yes, in bonus bets coming back to you only if you're 21 or over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Maybe it's just me counting with my fingers, being in my childhood bedroom, feeling nostalgic. Okay, fine, maybe I'm just a little nostalgic. That's Arizona. You've probably never heard of them, but good band. Anyway, 15-game slate. I'm done singing. Let's get to the picks. We begin our day in Cleveland, just like all days begin, right? We won't talk about that. Dylan Cease on the mound going up against Logan Allen, who I think is very overrated as a pitcher. Just throwing it out there. He's 24. He's a second rounder, 56th pick in the MLB draft. Overall, though, people have been excited about him. Oh, look at his 3.04 ERA. I'm looking at his four-seam fastball. I don't find it all that good. I look at his sweeper. It's okay. It's nothing special. 30.3% whip percentage. The changeup is nice, but he's basically only utilizing that to right-handed bats. That's his go-to pitch against them. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. But overall, I'm looking at a 5.08 expected ERA, and you know what that means? Negative regression is due. Now, is it due against the White Sox? That is a question that, better men have asked. Just saying, you got a couple of righties that are pretty serviceable, not just Luis Robert, who continues to just hit jack after jack after jack lately. You would think he was Jack in the Box at this point in time. I don't know. Isn't that Jack? It's a weird character. I don't really like that guy. He's a little creepy. But Tim Anderson's back in the fray. Yohan Moncada. They're starting to get healthier, starting to get better. And Logan Allen, I just think is overrated. So just want to throw it out there. But is Dylan Cease all that good here at this point in time either? Now, I've been very disappointed because I thought he was going to have a huge year here for the White Sox. But I look at a 48.7% hard hit percentage. I look at a 9.7% walk rate, and nothing is all that good outside of the 24.1% K rate that is just kind of okay. The four-seamer slider, everything seems a little bit off this season coming off of last year, where he was incredible with a 2.20 ERA, 2.70 expected ERA, 4.54 expected ERA this season. Nothing is good. Nothing is fun. So we're just looking at a White Sox money line lean to begin our day. In fact, buckle up, fam. We got a lot of lean with it, no rock with it, lean with it, no rock with it coming up here shortly. However, this is a lean I can get behind. We're looking at a home run. Yeah, we're going to talk a little home run ball going with Texas and Pittsburgh. Nathan Eovaldi's been awesome, but the value is kind of squeezed out of this one. His fastball has been awesome. It's been awesome. A 346 expected slugging, 268 xWOBA, not just specifically with that pitch, but at 33 years of age, he's now just chucking it. 96 miles per hour now with the velocity, sitting just as good as it was in 2022, which I wasn't positive was going to happen because he found times of getting lit up last year with a 3.87 ERA, 4.31 expected ERA. Well, looks a lot better with 2.89 expected ERA so far this season. Love that fastball. That's really what this comes down to. He throws it a lot. He's really good with it. A 26.4% put away percentage is really nice with that pitch. Throwing it 37% of the time. And then that split finger he mixes in is nasty. A 172 batted average against. That's about as good as you're going to find in baseball. So I really like, well, for a primary pitch, you're throwing something 5% of the time, you could run into 150 batting average. But that's a conversation for a different day. Let's talk Rich Hill. I don't believe what's going on here. He's 100 years old, right? He's 100, and he's out there pitching decently to a certain extent. 520 expected slugging, 370 xWOBA. That's not great, but he's 43 years of age, and he has a 3.80 ERA. But just previous to our last example, a 5.87 expected ERA, and I expect righties to start smashing against him. And I doubt there's going to be value in Adolis Garcia. I doubt there's going to be value with some of these other big boppers. Maybe a Marcus Semien, who again not a notable home run hitter, but somebody I think is very underrated when it comes to power. And with great power comes great responsibility. Josh Jung. This dude, Jung, smashes baseballs. 48.3% hard hit percentage, 485 expected slugging. He strikes out a ton, 30.3% K rate. But I bring this up all the time. I love having batters who are going to make contact against pitchers who do not strike out batters. And with just a 21.3% K rate for Rich Hill this season, insert Mr. Josh Jung right here. So I think he's the primary candidate. As long as he's plus 380 or better, that's the dude I want to be invested in here to hit a home run. One of 2 home run plays I have on the board for you on Tuesday. Philly. Yeah, we're going to Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Haven't done that one all year. Shout out my Always Sunny in Philadelphia fans. You're still out there, right? Whatever. We're still waiting on news in this one. That's kind of annoying. I think it's going to be Dylan Covey who ends up getting the start for Philadelphia, but there's no line out. Ryan Nelson is the definite starter here for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he's not good. We know that for a fact. 16.1% K rate, 41.1% hard hit percentage, 263 expected batting average. And Dylan Covey, if we want to break it down, who I think is going to be the guy here, he's 31. He's never really had anything impressive at the bigs, and he does have a 7.46 expected ERA this season. So, well, it's 63 pitches in. Who cares? All I know is Ryan Nelson is confirmed bad, so we need a confirmed lean on the Philadelphia money line, but this isn't inside of minus 140. This whole game is a write-off. Nothing matters in life. I got a little bit dark, but you know what? It had to, because you have to sometimes just accept your mortality. We have St. Louis and Cincinnati. Happy note. Adam Wainwright, that's not happy. He's terrible. He's really bad. And Graham Ashcraft is a 35.7% hard hit percentage for Cincinnati. Been a decent pitcher, but doesn't have the strikeout. 17% K rate. Yikes. There's Nolan Gorman. There's Lowell's Newtball. There's a number of lefties. Alec Burleson is in that lineup still. Number of lefties above expectation. Tommy Edman as well. Hit from both sides of it, so that's kind of cool. He's better from the right side. But either way, definitely feel good about St. Louis facing Graham Ashcraft compared to what he's had for success this season. And then Cincinnati, as bad as they are against righties, which they're not very good. 86 WRC plus. It's really bad. It's not enjoyable. Just a 128 ISO despite playing in Cincinnati. That's not great either. Kind of don't care because Adam Wainwright is awful. A 604 expected slugging, 11.1% K rate. Lefties, righties, everybody's going to be able to hit for some kind of power here in a nice ballpark. So I kind of want to be smashing it over, but it's at 9.5 already with some interesting lines as I look across the industry. Now, I thought this was going to be an auto bet. I thought this was going to project out well, but DraftKings Sportsbook, only one with this line out, minus 120 on the over. Why would we want to get in the habit of betting minus 120? Might as well make it 10 at standard juice or something of that nature. Oh, no, that's not true. Just saying it's not a very good line. It's not advantageous. You'll want to stay away from this one like the plague. So over 9.5, it's just a lean. Promise we're going to start finding some plays right now. Next one. Toronto and Tampa, Tampa and Toronto. It's beautiful stuff, and it's happy Jose Barrios Day to all who celebrate. Now, we haven't been picking on him as much this season, but we've really picked our spots well, and boy, is this another good one. He's got a 34.4% hard hit percentage. 493 expected slugging is terrible, though, and the 23.6% K rate, I expect negative regression. And why not here against Tampa Bay, who a 133 WRC plus against righties? It's best in baseball by 17. We've got an ISO of 219. What in the world? An 825 OPS as a team. They had a bajillion home runs again today, just against anybody. And they have Taj Bradley on the mound. Now, Taj Bradley, we talked about at length the other day. He came in with another solid outing, even in a loss. He didn't take the loss, but it was against the Mets. 2 earned runs, 5 innings pitched, 4 Ks. I don't know about the K rate being sustained long-term, and I know they sent him down to AAA. They had him work on his pitch mix, did a bunch of things with him. Even though I didn't think he necessarily needed it, he's got a 3-0 record, 0.93 whip, 3.54 ERA. Kind of weird for them to send him down, so I thought maybe it's a service time deal, maybe it's something else. I think Tampa Bay is just so damn good that they want everybody to work on their pitching and their hitting to a certain extent. Like, they're a ridiculous baseball team, but specifically, starting pitching is what's going to make the difference come playoff time. I think they're already thinking long-term in that kind of sense. So Taj Bradley getting sent to AAA, trying to get some confidence. And the Mets, not a great strikeout matchup as it is. Much better you would think against Toronto, 22.1% K rate, although it's just about identical to what you're running into from the Mets, 19.8%. Still a little bit better getting Toronto here from a strikeout perspective. Plus his 250 xWOBA, but 33.8% K rate. I'm in love with this young arm. I think he's going to be awesome. Doesn't even need to strike out batters with that 33.8% K rate, but it's nice to have. And it's Berrios, and it's the best lineup in baseball so far this season. Oh yeah, it's a lock button, friends. Why is this line sitting where it is currently at minus 125? This should be minus 145, and I get it. This is just because Toronto, they're a good lineup themselves, but against right-handed pitching this season, what if I told you? Just a 105 WRC plus, yes, that's above average. But yes, it's not all that impressive to me. So we are locking it in. Tampa Bay, Taj Bradley gets us the win. 5th game of the day. Oh, hey friends, BetMGM. That's the name of the game. We want to be shopping for the best odds every single day. That's why it's called Odd Shopper. That's why I work for them. That's what we do here. And the best way to do that is signing up at every sportsbook you possibly can and taking advantage of these offers they have for you to try to sign up for their product. They say, hey, come over here, the water's warm. But here's the thing. They don't know that we're sharks in the water, and we're paying attention to every single line, and we're betting at the best book for our money every single day. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to the video description box below. You're gonna sign up for BetMGM. Simply takes you like 2.5 minutes to be able to sign up over there, depending on which state you're in. Either way, you're going to get 2 months of the premium Discord, my picks, every single day, Sunday through Friday. So yeah, Saturdays, once in a while off, even though last Saturday we were firing. It was beautiful stuff. Another winning day there on Saturday. But you check out all the picks every single day from myself, Ben Raza, Eitan Shander, Isaiah Soros. Everybody in that premium Discord is firing every single day, helping you win money. And you're going to also get up to $1,000 in bonus bets on that first bet you make at BetMGM, completely refunded in bonus bets. That is good stuff. This is how you build a bankroll. This is how you sustain a bankroll. So take advantage of these offers. Go to BetMGM, get up to $1,000 in bonus bets back on your first bet if it doesn't win. And if it does win, Yahtzee. The world is beautiful. Everything's awesome. Everything's cool when you're part of the team. So check it out in the video description box below, only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all, lots of picks to get to. Let's get back to it. I don't like Radish, and I don't like Bradish. Kyle Bradish on the mound here for the Baltimore Orioles, going up against Garrett Cole, and Garrett Cole's been really good. 26.8% K rate's a little down. 297 xWOBA, still really good. He's been solid. He's Garrett Cole. Let's be serious. But I have to just bring this up for the umpteenth time in a row. I've been targeting this Baltimore lineup against really good teams in really good matchups for a long time, because I don't think you should be getting this Baltimore lineup at plus with 152 on a daily basis. Now, Kyle Bradish, he's got to survive against the Yankees. That's no tall order. He's got just a 21% K rate, of 47.4% hard hit percentage. But, my friends, I love this Baltimore lineup. Ryan Mountcastle, Gunnar Henderson, who's starting to show a little bit. He's got a 45.7% hard hit percentage. I expect better things in the future from him. He does have a 16.6% walk rate, so that's good. I expect Baltimore in these tough matchups to be competitive. So we swept the Toronto Blue Jays, and they were on the betting card every single step of the way. I'm not backing off against Garrett Cole. I know that sounds crazy to some of you, but I'm riding the profit train. Baltimore, I think they're good value in this spot, even with Kyle Bradish, because hey, get to that bullpen, and I will back Baltimore very frequently. We're heading to Washington. Yeah, George Washington, for all the Hamilton people out there. There's like 4 of you, right? I'm not gonna waste my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. There it is. Found it the second time. Either way, do you care about this matchup? I care about this matchup. It's Yu Darvish going up against Mackenzie Gore, and 2 really good pitchers on the mound. And Mackenzie Gore, yeah, he's starting to turn into that dude. 29% K rate, 29% K rate, 355 expected slugging, 303 XWO, but neat stuff. But that's kind of cute. Yu Darvish has been better. We know that, right? 331 expected slugging, 203 expected batting average, and even though it hasn't been as good for these Padres this entire season, every single year we talk about, oh, they're going to take down the NL West. Oh, look at them. They're going to be competitive with the Dodgers. And it simply never happens. They have a 106 WRC plus against lefties. And, well, I expect positive regression considering Tatis is still just kind of getting going on his season. It's May 23rd. May 23rd, Fernando Tatis, one of the best hitters in baseball, just getting ramped up. So I'm feeling pretty decent about backing the Padres in this spot against Mackenzie Gore, and so much so that I don't agree with these odds. Oh yeah, we're going to lock it going up against Washington. Have you looked at Washington's numbers against righties this season? 81 WRC plus and a league worst 107 ISO. Yes, friends, I get it. This isn't some minus 200 money line. This isn't some, like ridiculous minus 1.5 that I'm trying to force in there. It's minus 145 on DraftKings Sportsbook. This is value, and it's a solid bet, and it should be minus 175, and it's a lock play. That's really all I have for you. Go Yu Darvish, go Padres. That's a weird thing to say. Not really my team, but they will be on Tuesday. Now, this is disturbing because I've had the absolute worst luck with K ladders this entire season. But there are 2 on this card today. I know some of you are upset with me. I apologize. I love you. Anyway, we have no idea what's going on with the Dodgers, and I can't even speculate what their starting pitching situation is going to look like. And, well, there is a line out, and it says that it's Bobby Miller, but I'll believe it when I see it. Either way, Spencer Strider is the entire emphasis of this conversation. He has a 41.5% K rate. We're talking like DeGrom level crap right now. We're talking insane type stuff in the Dodgers against right-handed pitching so far this season. Not as stellar as you would expect in the avoiding strikeout department, 22.7%. Yes, they have an 11.3% walk rate. That's the second best mark in baseball. They have a 114 WRC plus. We're talking about Spencer Strider here. His 4-seam fastball slider combination is as filthy as it gets in baseball. There's nothing else. There's no better 1-2 combination in baseball right now than that of Spencer Strider. And I would bet him up to 11 Ks tomorrow. Yeah, you heard me. I don't know what this line's going to be, but I'm assuming that this line will be set at 9.5 Ks. If it's not at 9.5 Ks with like minus 110 in that situation, and it's at 8.5, I love the over. Like love, like lock the over. But we got to be paying attention to it. I'm assuming we're going to be getting plus 350-ish for 11 Ks. If it's up to 12 where you have to get that, you can probably lean away because, again, the Dodgers, I do want to see that lineup. I want to see some of the big poppers. I want to see Muncy because he strikes out an absolute ton. I would love to see Chris Taylor because he strikes out a ton. Lots of pieces that I need to be paying attention to, so it's just a lean for right now. But I'm leaning on that Strider K ladder, and hey, yeah, I'm sweating bullets here right now. I just saw Freddie Freeman went yard earlier today. It's 6-5, top of the 6th, so still some time to salvage that bet. Hopefully we can. But Spencer Strider on Tuesday, up to 11 Ks. I'm leaning that direction. God, do I hate this baseball game. I've never just said skip, but I kind of want to because we no idea who Kansas City's going to have on the mound. That's why it says, I think I'm pointing at the right spot. Hope so. NA. Yeah, there's no line here. And Eduardo Rodriguez, we're mad at him, right? Yeah, we're very mad at him. He was awesome all season long. 2.07 ERA, 0.87 whip. Oh my God, he's facing Pittsburgh. This can't possibly go wrong. Wrong. 4 earned, 8-0 loss. Thanks for coming. Drive home safely. Or don't, because everything sucks. Eduardo Rodriguez, whatever. He's facing Kansas City here. He's a lefty, and, well, Kansas City's better against lefties, 104 WRC plus, 21% K rate, but a 181, so yeah, it's a pretty freaky spot. So I will say I'm going to be waiting on the pitching situation in Kansas City, and Eduardo Rodriguez has been very good over a decent enough sample this season that I have to lean the Detroit side. But I don't know. Do I want to back a Detroit lineup period against a nobody? Probably not. Not against you, not against me. Whatever, let's just continue on our merry way. Some easy analysis on the team that's up 10-1 right now. Absolutely smashing faces on the road in Milwaukee. It's JP France. Yeah, we've got a decent enough spot here. Mr. JP France going up against Colin Ria. I don't really like Colin Ria at all. JP France is okay. I mean, he's just kind of avoiding hard contact for the most part. 35.3% hard hit percentage. There is an interesting profile on a couple of his pitches, mainly because he's a changeup primary pitcher, and well, he's not going to really be throwing that pitch very much. He's throwing fastball all the time basically, but I'm saying the changeup is the one that's gotten the most swings and misses. He's not really utilizing it. Curveball does have a 50% whip percentage, but all this comes down to is he has no sample size, none whatsoever. But it almost doesn't matter because Colin Ria at any level of baseball has never been that dude, and he certainly isn't this season in a pretty decent sample size, 19.2% K rate, 10% walk rate. I don't like anything that we're seeing from him, and he's 32. He's never really had good velocity by any means, never really been a great strikeout pitcher. He was up to 20.8% in 2022. That was his high point. Missed all of last year. Cutter, sinker, four-seamer. 5.52 ERA this year. Yeah, I definitely like the Houston money line. There's no doubt about it. Sometimes when you get these road teams, you get a little bit of a booster there, and it's a pick'em. This should not be a pick'em. Give me Houston every single time. I like it. Not going to lock it, mainly because, well, there's a decent enough chance that there are some lefties who could do some damage to Rody Tellez one yard again. Really bad at myself for not having him on the card, but I digress. Just looking at Houston money line for a nice little half unit. And I'm looking at Manscaped as the place for you, my friends. Promo code Stokastic gets you 20% off of any package they have going over at Manscaped. And, well, have you gone to manscaped.com recently? Because I don't think it's what you expect. Sure, you understand that they have ball trimmers. You understand that, oh, you don't want to use the razor. Well, don't use the razor, by the way, because, well, there's nicks and cuts that will come with that. But this, my friends, the performance package, the luxury grooming kit, is as good as it gets. And not just because there are no nicks like you get with a razor when you use the Lawnmower 4.0, which is a trimmer for the groin, the body grooming, everything you want there. But the Weed Whacker 2.0 for your nose hairs, for your ear hairs, for your anything else, all the uncomfortable things to talk about, you have the utility, but you also get this beard trimmer that is revelatory. And I'm not just saying this as somebody who has not been around his wife for a couple of weeks because she's in Australia, looking at kangaroos and koalas with her mom, hanging out, living her life. Just saying, this is because I have never been able to grow a very nice beard until I had something that allowed for me to fill it in nicely. And that was, my friends, this beard trimmer that they have over with the Platinum Package 4.0. You get not just these trimmers, though. You get the luxury full body grooming kit. You get the crop preserver, the deodorant, the crop reviver. Yeah, we're talking crop. We're talking the region. We're talking the good stuff. But I can't tell you enough how incredible, how wonderful you feel when you use this for the first time. I can't tell you enough. And plus, the price, it's not nearly as expensive as what you're imagining in your head. So take advantage right now of 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code Stokastic. All you do is click on the link below, should automatically add that to your cart. And then you have the performance package, the Lawnmower 4.0, the Beer Hedger Pro Kit, everything you possibly want, all in one place. Get the right tools for the right job, my friends. Don't cut corners when it comes to cutting your crop. All right, y'all, that does it for me here. Let's get back to the picks. It's Senga Genesis, my dude Kadai Senga, who I have bet so many times this year, and I finally found some profit. He's going to be facing the Cubs and Drew Smyly there in old Wrigley Field, and we got to pay attention to win. You always got to be paying attention to it. Looks like it's going to be pretty benign, but you never know. Going to wake up. That's something I'm going to check on because I have not fired this one up yet. But I can't because it's not available here. But let's talk primarily about Kadai Senga. But before we do, I should just say Drew Smyly's been good. 2.86 ERA, 0.93 whip. I have no play on this game whatsoever. But Senga, we finally got it. And against Tampa Bay, he goes out 6 innings, 1 earned, 3 walks, 12 Ks. That's the kind of stuff you should be seeing from Kadai Senga. Now, Tampa Bay, they smash righties, smash them to oblivion. And I wasn't scared, even with just a 22% K rate, because this goes for it. I'm telling you, friends, it's a top 3 pitch in baseball. I'm going to put a splitter from Shohei Ohtani. I'm going to throw Hunter Green when he's throwing 103. That's always fun. It used to be Gratterall throwing 103. I don't know what's going on with Gratterall. He's like hittable now for the Dodgers, whatever. But Kadai Senga, top 3 pitch in baseball, is that ghost sport pitch. And when it's unhittable. He has to just not walk dudes. I mean, he still walked 3 dudes against Tampa Bay, and I backdoored 12 Ks. That felt good. Of course, I didn't ladder it. Just took the over 6.5 Ks. But you know what? A win's a win. So let's just get back on board and start laddering it here. I set up to 8 Ks, but this might be 9 depending on where this line shows up. So I just want it on your radar. If you want to know if I fire this thing up tomorrow and what I fire it up to, hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. I would love to hear from you, love to tell you my process, break down exactly why I think Senga going up against the Chicago Cubs team that there are still some strikeouts, friends, even despite the 22.8% K rate. Lots of different pieces getting mixed into this lineup on a daily basis. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. That's for sure. It could be higher, could be lower, but for the most part, love Kadai Senga up to 8 Ks, no doubt about it, on Tuesday. In the gallo. Yeah, I bet you know where I'm going with this one. No doubt about it. San Francisco, Minnesota. I'm a little bit sad here because I found out Sean Manaea is going to be pitching, and I had to go to the Minnesota side, of course. San Francisco smashing those from the video. I hate it. I hate the bullpen situations where I know a terrible pitcher has a chance to be out there, and then they succeed. It's just whatever. It's Sonny Gray going on the mound against Alex Cobb, and Alex Cobb, we're going to pick on him a little bit with some lefties, but Alex Kirilloff's now leading off for the Twins. That was a wild situation today. That's my boy. I love that man. A very strong, passionate. But Sonny Gray's been awesome for us, don't you think? Yeah, I think so. 29.6% K rate, 280 XWO. Not going to be good these San Francisco pieces. That's for damn sure. But Alex Cobb gives up a 48.1% hard hit percentage and is striking out just 20.4% of batters. Yeah, Joey Gallo, 561 expected slugging, 60.6% hard hit percentage, top 3% of baseball. I mean, yeah, we're going to play Joey Gallo against a guy who's not striking out a lot of bats because he strikes out the 33.6% K rate, but it doesn't matter. He is an absolute home run guarantee tomorrow. My favorite home run play on the board by a mile, Joey Gallo. And then also, I almost put Alex Kirilloff on this card as well, but I have to be very careful seeing what happens now that he's moved into the leadoff spot against right-handed pitching. Really need to see that number before I commit to it for you. But Joey Gallo, he's better than plus 270 tomorrow, which is a dumb low number. Again, it should be north of plus 300. I want Joey Gallo on your card. Going to Colorado here, my friends, and we have Austin Gomber. I think you know how I feel about him. He's not good. He's bad lefty. Going up against a stud in Yuri Perez. And I know he's going out there with reckless abandon, just trying to throw strikeouts and do his thing. Only 2 starts, 9 2/3 innings, but 13 strikeouts over the course of that run, 1.03 whip. Nice to see the walks staying in check because that was a question mark coming out of AAA. Now, can his pitch mix can it transpose? That's not the right word. Can it transfer to pitching in Coors Field? Why, yes, it can. He's 6'8", 220. He absolutely chucks fastballs. And fastballs, friends, that go by people, they don't need a ton of movement when they're going 97, 98 and have a decent enough amount of movement. And you're a righty facing a Colorado lineup that is as bad as it gets against righty. 84 WRC plus, 22.6% K rate, just a 142 ISO. Yes, friends, I don't like him. I don't like Colorado. But it's still Coors Field. You have to remember that. It's Coors Field. I'm nervous about this start primarily for him. Do I think this pitch mix can translate? Sure, it could. But he's also hasn't gone out of the 5th inning so far in his career. You could be running into a Marlins bullpen that I'm not all that enthusiastic when they're outside of their home ballpark. And Austin Converse sucks. 558 expected slugging, 14.9% K rate. I don't see why this line should be 11, but yet some books hung up some 11s. We're talking BetMGM, we're talking DraftKings, we're talking FanDuel. All have 11s, and yes, they're heavily juiced. There are 11.5s that are sitting with plus money, but as it stands right now, give me the over of 11. Not going to lock it in by any means, but it definitely gets a firm like, mainly because there's a playout like coming up right now a little bit more. Oh, let's have ourselves some fun. It's Boston, it's Los Angeles, and two disappointing righties. I feel like this matchup just happened the other day. Maybe I'm just making that up, but I talked about disappointing righties facing each other, and I feel like it was Boston and LA. Maybe I'm making that up in my head. I can find and fact check that. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Brian Bayo going up against Griffin Canning here, and Bayo, the strikeouts have not translated in a prominent way from AAA to the big leagues over the course of the last year and a half. He has just a 23.8% K rate. I do like the 2-degree average launch angle, like the ground ball rate coming up here. That's where the 51.8% hard hit percentage doesn't kill you all the time, but it could very well kill you in a good ballpark for home run hitting, specifically when you talk about Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, Hunter Renfroe, and now Jared Walsh back in our lives. Good to see that first baseman out there again. You can move everything so dreary. You can move him to the back half of the lineup, play him at third, play him at second, do whatever you want. Jared Walsh is now your everyday first baseman, more than likely. So there you go. Like having some more lefties there for the party in LA, and especially against Brian Bayo. And yet Griffin Canning, probably the more targetable of the two. 347 xWOBA, 460 expected slugging with a sub 20% K rate. Yeah, you get Devers, you get Tristan Cassis, you get Jarren Duran, you get Alex Verdugo, you get Yoshida, you get all these lefties up and down the order. Raimel Tapia, we're not going to count him. He sucks. But either way, I feel really good about the over of 9.5. So much so that is a lock, my friends. Yes, lock in the over of 9.5. Boston, LA, gonna be good stuff. Gonna be runs in Anaheim. Light the halo, friends, but only if it's 10 runs or more. And this game has, well, it's gonna start in like 10 minutes. That's gonna be good stuff. But I'm looking at Oakland. I'm looking at Seattle, -1.5. Feeling really good about this spot. Once again, for Seattle. They get funky cold Medina there. Luis Medina going up against Marco Gonzalez. And I hate Marco Gonzalez. He's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad. But Luis Medina is worse. And this over 6.50 xFIP for the Oakland Athletics, I talk about it all the time. You got to just be targeting them on a day in, day out basis. And yes, comment section, I'm very aware that Oakland has a great top half of their lineup. I talk about it every single time on this program. 1, 2, 3, Esteury Ruiz, Ramon Laureano in the 3-hole, and in between them, Brent Rooker, who's just an absolute god amongst men. Even from the Langoliers, Shane Langoliers, he's pretty decent too. But Seattle, in their home ballpark, talked about the run variance, talked about other things. Seattle's still going to be very targetable going up against Oakland. I don't want this 2.5. I don't want that. I know we talked about that in the premium Discord a little bit today. It's more math than anything else. But at -1.5, Marco Gonzalez, it's disgusting. But I like a half unit play here on the Seattle side. Nothing crazy. I think he can just survive enough against some of these pieces. And yes, have they been smashing lefties Oakland with a 111 WRC plus? They surely have. But I think we still want to be invested in this spot for the Seattle offense. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays on Tuesday's slate. Let me know what you think about my background, my childhood bedroom with the golf wallpaper, with the John Mayer poster, with the creepy bear in the corner. That was an ex-girlfriend who gave me that. That's a long talk. We'll save that one up for a rainy day. I don't think it's going to rain this week, so probably not. Either way, check out BetMGM. Check out everything from Manscaped. Thank you to them for joining the program once again on, well, yeah, we're talking Tuesday's slate. But until Wednesday, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Tuesday.